Okay, awesome. Thank you so much. Now you already saw the tip of the iceberg and how you got excited, but now the true session starts now. Now this is a session for people who are really committed for their future. They're doing at least 300 PV, personal PV and more. Okay. Now we are going to get some special nuggets from our upline diamonds, Sid and Rup. Over to you, Sid and Rup.
Thank you, Sachin. Very powerful session today. Very powerful. And just again, very excited, obviously, for everybody on the call. And our agenda is, at this leadership level, our agenda is obviously how much we can increase our numbers. And September is coming. Entire focus is on September, guys. Entire focus. We have to end this year strong, keep on adding numbers. And next fiscal year is going to be incredible. So how I'm looking at the business, I've always looked at the business in terms of people and money. And I've tried to keep it simple and focused on that. And to that aspect, I would say, every meeting that you attend to, just if you can, on a diary, write down your numbers, how many numbers you had, and draw your org chart of people who are coming out to the meetings and see what you can change. And let's say you have a new leg that has not come out to the meeting. Take some special interest in going to that person, developing a relationship, and try to convert your IBOs into core IBOs, guys. Okay. If you can add every month one person core in the business. Till now, the September, let's say even 3-4 people core in the business, your business can grow so much. Now, the point is, guys, how do you make this person core? First starts, you have to love that person, and you have to develop that relationship, which no one can teach you. Okay, let's say this again. You have to develop a relationship that no one can teach you. And that is an art that cannot be taught. So as I'm sitting down, I'm thinking, which leg can I make core? Now, as you're making a leg core, it goes through a lot of phases. It may or may not do PV that month. It may or may not get onto BSM. It will miss a few meetings. But all through, my first goal is to sponsor. And then how do I make him core? A lot of my energy goes in trying to finding a new guy and making him core. All right. And we always have a few of those people that I'm working on to make it core. So if I can make someone, regularly come to a meeting, show him the value of BSM and the package that we have, show him the value of the business, nurture his dreams, build his dreams, and give him a rope to fail. If I can take 2-3 months, okay, if I sponsor someone in June, and someone in February, March, April, May, take 2-3 months to make him semi-core. And then what will happen in a year's time? He will be a runner in your team. All right. So although we say, show 10 plans, sponsor 1, do this, do that, that's fine. But life doesn't unfold like that, right? Life has its own peculiar way of unfolding. You do something, something else comes around. So in it all, I want you guys to just focus on getting a few people core in the business and then loving on them in spite of their mistakes. And once you add a few people, constantly teach them how to make them better. Constantly teach them one step to next step to next step. You see, now a couple of things we've started doing is we've started heavily promoting BWW Connect, the package till Connect, so that we can line up to the bigger team. Then, from last Tuesday after 9 o'clock, we are starting letting people go who are not on camera. Now, I have seen something, guys, including me, to increase numbers, let everyone come. But I have myself seen a lot of times, these people, after 9:30, the open meeting ends, they are still hanging on because they just put on the Zoom camera off and they're gone. So we are fooling ourselves. Now, it is okay to fool ourselves, But from September, everything changes. You want to go Q12. You want to go platinum. These people who don't have their camera on and you're counting on them, but they are not counting on themselves. So that is why. Now, how do you convert the without camera zoom to camera zoom? How do you do that? That is something that will be determined by your dream. If you have a dream, then you'll have the power to love your people and to change them. If you have a dream. If you don't have a dream, then you will be short-sighted. You will get angry. You will say, oh, doesn't matter. But I don't give up. I don't give up. And I want to constantly tell them why, man. Let's get on. Let's get on. So the business is not always going wide. Although I say go wide, go wide. A lot of you have some people in your team. I think you need to love on them more so that we can get more people out. Why don't we have more people on Tuesday and Friday? I'll tell you why. Because a lot of you folks can reach out a little bit more. Reach out to your people a little bit more. Not just text. Reach out, guys. Go to their houses. Call them up specially. Do a Zoom with them specially. Teach them the value of what we are doing. You're building a team, one person at a time, one person at a time, one person at a time. All right? And then you have 2 people at an open meeting. Next month, you have 3. Next month, you have 3. Next month, you have 4. Try to make it 10. And then boom, it'll go to 20. That is the commitment we need to see, folks. Now we have all of you guys are on BW Connect. How about the next layer? The next layer will come when you guys have a goal of saying, Sid, I want 10 people on BW technology and books. Why 10? Because 10 is a good number to go 4,000. Why 15? 15 is a good number to go 7,500. These are not huge numbers, guys. These are not huge numbers. These are just very average numbers, and we can do it as a team. Just one more person, guys. Okay, just one more person. And if September comes, and if we fall short, don't worry, keep on learning, keep on learning. See, I must tell you, I'm not an EDC. I'm learning. I'm always trying to think, what do I speak? How do I inspire my team? How do I sponsor a new person? What can I do? It's a game of chess. You see in front of my eyes, I see Ganesh, Ruby, who's a double diamond, and his own function system now, right or wrongly, but he has. I've seen Raj Shah, when I joined the business, he was diamond. Today he's crown. I joined the business, Kanti was diamond. My first plan, Kanti was showing. Aruna went diamond, Kanti was in town. Aruna was diamond, Kanti was diamond. I was 100, 0 PV guy. I've seen Kanti become crown. I have myself. Arvind Pune has seen, not a lot of other people have not seen. I went diamond, I went free. So it can be done. So we want some warriors, folks. We really want some warriors. All right. Next Tuesday, reach out to someone. Get one more number. Give your entire heart and soul to that one more guy. That's it. One more guy. And you will win. We will win. We have to win. The game is not over till we win. All right. I hope it makes sense, folks. I can't even tell you how much we respect all of you guys. We don't talk. We don't need to talk. We need each other. We love each other. And I mean it sincerely. I mean it. I don't have to give you a call. You guys know what to do. My energy, I am available on the call. You guys call. My energy is, can I find another person? Can I find another person? And if you can give your life to that, folks, if you give your entire mental energy in finding another person, you will not be bothered by anything in the business. Anything. One more person. Can you do that? One more person. That's it. That's it. And that, to a large extent, will come how much you can love people. It's a people business. I have faltered. So many people join, so many people leave. Sometimes the heart gets up angry. The heart becomes black. but you have to get up again. What to do? This is life. You have to get up again. If Sachin can get up, Sid can get up. We have to get up. Do you understand, folks? Have to get up. All right? And we have to win. We have to win. So excited. And I'll have Roop, obviously, she always has tremendous things. She has changed so much, guys. She was definitely not the lady I married. She just tremendously changed. I look forward to listening from her. And I don't know where she gets this reservoir of energy. Always full of energy, giving. It's incredible. So, Roop, you got to take us, woman, lead us to the promised land. It's in your hands, babe. I mean, do it. Let's do it. Go for it, Roop. Take us, man.
Yes, babe. Oh my goodness, 25 years of marriage. So we've had so many adventures together. That's what makes this thing so beautiful, because outside you see husband and wife. And I know a lot of your kids, you still cannot think about marriage, but understand that in marriage, sometimes what happens is two people go in different directions. They have nothing to talk about and their relationship dwindles, right? But here, what a beautiful thing is that two people, they fall together, they rise together. That creates a very special bond between husband and wife, right? Because they're going towards a different, a same denomination in life, okay? So, and that is when you fight together. So, when things are happening, all right, it's very, very simple to be excited. But when things are not right, that shows your character. And that's how you discover each other, all right, as husband and wife. And also having your downlines, developing a team is also like a marriage, all right? Because you will have bad points, you'll have good points, but the wiser person will overlook the bad points and concentrate only on the good points of that person, all right? Because all of us are human beings. If we are pointing like this, I know this is a cliche, but I'll again say that, if you're pointing like this, 4 of my fingers are pointing actually towards me. So I always believe that. So every morning, I pray to God that I become a better version of myself, all right? Honest to goodness, my prayer is, God, give me strength, give me motivation, give me wisdom, so that I can show the right light to my people, so that I can guide them to the right direction, so that, their families, can harvest so much, even better than us, even more than us. That is my prayer, honest to goodness, every day. God, give me courage, God, give me energy, so that I can impart that energy to other people to follow. So anyway, so all of you guys, first of all, give yourself a huge round of applause, because you are the 20%. As you can see, the 20-80 rule, Pareto principle never fails. It's right in front of you. Numbers never fail, right in front of you. So in the VES, you see so many people. How many are here? Just a simple formula of doing your 300 personal PV. That itself is such a chore for people. You know why? Because they have not closed the back doors. They still have so many agendas in their mind, all right? And we keep it simple, right? When we joined the business, let me just tell you, we had a dream sheet. The upline told us, create a dream sheet. We had a dream sheet. How many of you guys actually have a dream sheet? Where you have put up a collage of what kind of life you're looking at in the next 2 to 5 years from now. What kind of a life are you looking at? All right. Given the fact that you start earning 50 to 55 grand recurring income, okay? I'm not, even if you don't go emerald and diamond, it's okay. A lot of people are surviving on Q12 income. A strong Q12 income is a lot of money, all right? It's a good income. So don't get intimidated by, oh my God, emerald so much of money, diamond so much of money. At least all of you guys can go strong Q12s, on this platform today. So let me tell you, little things. We used to be a 1-bedroom apartment, but I had written down on my dream board, house on Mississauga Road. Guess where we have our house now? On Mississauga Road. So many different things. I knew I had written down 5 bedrooms, above. We are just a small family of 3, right? But still, I wanted a good house so that, I would say, that is my team's house. My team would come and my team would enjoy the house and we would have fun together. And we have that, right? So I actually put up a thing that, I'm looking at me and my parents. So that came to fruition. That is why I go to India, twice every year. A lot of my friends were not in the business. They look at me and say, are you serious? How can you afford to go to India 2 times in a year? And that too, because number one, I don't have to worry about the money with God's grace. And number two, I don't have to worry about time. Okay. I don't have stress. So I can give it all to my parents. All right. It is not only about, you say, okay, even I go for vacation, but that is not the same thing. All right. You can only give what you have. A lot of us are so much depleted by so many toxins outside. All right. Harani talked about toxic ambiance at workplace everywhere. Toxic people. Look at the media. They would only make you believe the wrong things. You're surrounded, by the cesspool of mediocrity. They would try to, just grab you down. How can you pull yourself up despite that? So this business helped because you know what? If you're goal oriented, then, your brain has a job to do. Okay. As soon as you're done, if you're a student, come back from your university or college, go to work, then the next thing is this business. So your brain does not have any other place to wander off. Okay. It's a very good way to discipline your brain. So this is what we did. We used to carry goal cards in our pockets all the time. I had a goal card in my car. I had goal card written on my phone. I had a goal card right next to my table. Okay. I had a goal card right next to my mirror, in the washroom. First thing in the morning when I would brush my teeth, my goal card was kept right there. Even today. Today, of course, I have my notepads. I've become a little more technologically savvy. I'm Arjun's mother, after all. So I need to be a little bit of what he is. So I always joke about it. So I'm a little bit technologically savvy. And then I had another picture. And I was talking to Harani's team the other day. I was telling them the same thing, And another picture was, me. And I didn't even have a kid then, but, I was just had a baby, a random baby, and looking after the baby. So, and that's what happened. I never had to go to work. So Arjun has had such a fulfilling and happy childhood. These are the things you cannot put any price tag on, right? So that is why, even if you are in the business for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, doesn't matter. Hashtag day one mindset, day one mindset. And get back to your dream board, get back to your dreams, all right? Because a lot of times you have so many distractions. Oh, you make money here because you see that, you are investing, say, $500 into creating your points, but you're getting maybe $100. You say, what kind of a business is this? But hang on. This is about geometric progression. If you're a scientist, you would understand this business. If you are if you're a right-brained person, you will understand this business. Because if you're a right-brained person, you'll equate it to how many people's lives you're touching. How many people's lives are you affecting? Are you influencing? That gives you such a good night's rest, right? When you know that, you've been able to be somebody who has been able to be a good influence in somebody's life. Like, for instance, the other day, I'm taking Harani's. I know, you guys are working with a lot of people, so I'm just taking my personal, I was taking Harani's example. Honest to goodness, the other day I had tears in my eyes when I saw her present the 9 core steps in the PACE meeting. It's like my kid, getting a good report card. The way she started and the way she is now. All right. That is something, I cherish the bottom of my heart. That is this business. And of course, when you're at that stage, then automatically money will follow you anyway. So I'm not talking all hi-fi philosophical, and a lot of you guys are saying, show me the money. This is the money. Because once you're internally realized, and you come to that point of no return, that means A to B to C. So A to B, so you are at point B. Then, you take a decision. So you take a decision to continuously grow yourself. All right. That is something which is lacking in a lot of people. All right. The grit, that is what I talked about the last function, the grit. The grit is basically having the perseverance and the courage to pursue a very long-term goals. Okay. So very long-term goals, but you have to keep on being gritty. Okay. You cannot give up, as Sid was just talking about. So that is what, me and Sid have that USP. Okay. We never give up. We said, okay, bring it on. All right. Because we know that God has better plans in store for us. All right. So anyway, so, what is this business? Why are you doing this business? Ask yourself this question. I know when you are onboarding, we always ask you this question. On a piece of paper, write down 5 things you're willing to change when you get 55 grand from this business in the next 2 years' time. And then on another piece of paper, write down 5 things you're willing to give up to get what you want. I would humbly request you to do the same thing, no matter how many years you're in the business, because this is the core we all forget. We all forget. We forget our purpose, and then we meander off. So many real estate agents, are crying, who basically left us for better income. Because any kind of income out there, there are a lot of different kinds of income. There's a portfolio income, then there is an active income, but nothing equates to the kind of income Amway gives you. Okay. And it is a lifestyle, and it gives you an income which is willable to the next generation. All right. You can create an estate. So these, understand the kind of income Amway gives you. Okay. So nothing can be compared to that income. All right. So bring that grit and understand that when you're talking to a customer, when you're talking to the new IBO, you are in control. Okay, don't give the remote control in that person's hands. You have to be in control all the time. Okay, so there are 2 things I came across, the other day when I was actually looking at some stuff. Where did I write down? Cost of inaction. Number 1, I always talk about it. Cost of inaction. Okay. So if you are inactive for a day, you said, all right, I'll do it tomorrow. Then tomorrow comes, then you say, all right, just 2 days. And that's how the next VES comes, Tuesday. You still don't have any guests. Why? Because one day you were inactive. Because activity compounds, inactivity also compounds. And if you continue like that, then it is very difficult to come back to your old habits. So you have to push yourself on a day-to-day basis. It's very, very difficult to come back to old habits. Because, when you're on a tangent, when you're growing, all the more reasons, momentum is very precious. How many of you guys agree with me? Momentum is something which is very precious. It doesn't come always. So when momentum is on, you have to give all the more fuel. All right? All the more fuel. You have to give it all you've got. So you cannot go back 1 or 2 days. Today it's raining. I'm feeling, a little drowsy. I don't know. Okay, let me just be cozy and relax today. Nobody's watching me. I don't have any Zoom today. But you have to push yourself. Open your calendar, push yourself. How many MGs do you have today? At least go back to the old clients. What I do is, if I don't have any fresh Zooms, then I go back to my old list and I start texting them. And I have created a broadcast group. There are 2 broadcast groups I have. One for the people I had as prospect, as IBOs in my business who quit the business, and another group of clients. All right. So 2 broadcast groups, and I keep on posting relentlessly. It is all about consistency. And you know what happened just yesterday? And it keeps on happening. But, because it's fresh, I'm telling you, there was this wonderful couple I met before COVID. All right. So I gave, she ordered a XX, and I went all the way to Markham to give her that XX. All right. And then she was alone, and then her husband came in, and then I have been just in touch with them. All right. So keeping on, if some new product comes, I always, I don't give up. Just like Sid was saying, Sid has his own set of clientele. I have my own set. So both of us work as 2 different IBOships. So today she says, ma'am, did you say that, we can buy the stuff in discount, and is there a membership cost? We want to join the business. Okay. So I don't know whether she's going to be core or not. That is in God's hands, but another seed sown. All right. So at least it is 100 to 200 PV less tension for me this month. So we do the business month to month, right? Sometimes we think too much ahead that we forget about the month. First, we have to think about today. This month, where is our PV? You know, how many people are attending? So there are a lot of criteria. When we are counseling with people, then, you know, there are different criteria, not only the organization chart, but how many people are slowly getting into the BSM? How many people are reading? Okay. How many people have started their core run? Very important. Because core run, I know some people are not, they don't like it, but you know, core run is not just documenting. It is about keeping an accountability for your day-to-day habits. And you have an accountability partner. You know, an accountability partner is very, very important. All right. So even in this team, I told you before also, you know, find out somebody who you're in competition with. Very important. So you basically egg each other on. All right. So if somebody is going 1,000, you said, she went 1,000, I have to go 1,000 next month. Then, you know, she said, no, she went 1,500 before me. Okay, I have to go. You know, this is a healthy competition. And this is how me and Sid always grew. Always. We created that element of competition in the team. Okay. And that is so powerful. You know, nothing wrong in it. You know, nothing wrong in it. We are not asking the people who are not here. I know 80% of the people are not here, but that is the business. There'll be 80% of the people who you just have to love on. You just have to keep in the business because they love the products. They love you. So many people will be just there because they love you, right? And they love the products. You know, so I'm not talking about them, but I am talking about making the strong stronger. All right. Even if you guys, you know, if you are operating at 5, if you start operating at 6, then 7, and equate your abilities to the movers and shakers, and you say that I am worth it. You know, what's wrong with me? When you look at the functions, you look at people, you have seen people having humongous teams, right? How did they create the team? You know, they created one person at a time. You know, we are all in awe of the ocean, but every drop counts. So that is what I keep saying. You are just one person away from a financial explosion. I just had to find Monica once. All right. And I found Monica, but honest to goodness, Monica herself knows, in front of her, Sid knows, I have sponsored so many people in the, you know, they have come and gone. Still, there are a lot of people. And it's God's grace that a lot of people are still retained in the business. You know, they're giving PV and everything. But Monica is just one. And through Monica, I have Harani because she sponsored Harani. So then, you know, I just needed one Helen. And to find that Helen, I had to go through so many no's, so many hardships. But I won't talk about it. People only see, oh, she's lucky she found Helen. No, it's God. Okay? You can fool everybody, but you cannot fool him. He knows whom to give. Sowing and reaping never fails. All right? Write it down. Sowing and reaping never fails. And the last thing I want to talk about is value in advance. Okay? So when you are trying to close a deal, are you a salesperson or are you a closer? You know, there's a lot of difference between a salesperson being a salesperson or a closer. You know, a lot of people are closers. A lot of people are great salespeople. Salespeople are people, you know, who are just looking at the immediate profit. You know, they are like sleazy, you know, they're very pushy. You know, they said, you know, they'll talk about a lot of things. They'll push you and they are not likable. They're the typical, you know, quote unquote salespeople, but we don't want to be that, right? We want to be the closers. And how are you the closers? By adding value in advance. So, you know, if you have to go through steps 1 to 7, say, you know, you have to see the person, create a relationship, talk about the product. So you're talking about 7. 7 is closing the deal. That means the transaction. When you're talking about, all right, what's your credit card? You know, that is the transaction. But that is not when you close. You are actually closing right at step 1. First impression is the last impression. So always add so much of value to the person, you know, through social media or through just by talking to them, adding value as a person, as a human being. All right. If, say, for example, if we are talking about weight management, not about, all right, we have this carb blocker, CLA. No, not only that, but we talk about a lot of other things like insulin resistance. Read up a little bit, because, we are a health and beauty company. So at leadership level, we just cannot be just, all right, whatever is written on the website, I know that. You have to dive deep. You have to excel. Okay. And when you open your mouth and talk to people about the products, people should know that you know. All right. You don't have to be doctors. You don't have to be beauticians. I'm not saying that. Some of the buzzwords you have to know. So you have to add value to them. All right. You have to talk about BMI. You have to talk what is skeletal muscle mass. You have to talk about resting metabolism. All right. So that is the Omron machine. All right. We have to get back to using the Omron machine. We have to get back to using the SAM. Me and Sid, we are traveling to Windsor, 3.5 hours drive one way. So we are going on a Sunday, coming back the same day. That means total 7 hours drive on the same day. And it's such a pleasure. We look forward to such drives, because over there, they're just, it's a humming team and they're waiting to welcome us. So that is what it is. We need to, and get out of your shell. All right. Visit each other's houses again. Let's have fun. Let's party. Let's party with the customers, party with the IBOs. All right. And let's create a wonderful difference this fiscal year. So this Ganguly team is moving on like nobody's business. All right. So as I said last time, the snakes and ladders game, we are like that person who maybe gets a little, little snakes here and there, but we don't get that huge snake. So we are just weary, how we, go around the ladder. So thank you very much. Thank you for listening to me. And this team has to create record numbers of platinums, eagles next fiscal year. How many people are promising me? I know a lot of promises, but I need a promise from your heart. Okay. So thank you very much. Pleasure. Back to you, Sachin.
Thank you so much. That was such a great, powerful talk. And that's what I call living a life. Okay. So if you don't know what that is, just see, that's called living a life. And if you want to see what the making of living is, look at the people who are working. Friday afternoon, you see happiness on their face, and Sunday afternoon, sadness because they have to go to work. And this is called living of life. Rup can go to India anytime. And that's what is very important. Now, there is one homework before I end this meeting. And the homework is why some people are successful without any efforts, and why some people, they work very, 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 very hard, but success is closer, but they don't get to it. Homework for you, very nice homework. You will start your nice spiritual journey, and you can always discuss with your working appliance. And it's a very interesting topic I found. And after that, you'll stop complaining. When you start your spiritual journey, you'll stop complaining why this is happening to me, why I'm working so hard, why success is not coming to me. When you know the reason, you will know the life becomes very, very easy and your journey is going to be smooth. So with that, we are done. Thank you so much and God bless you. And I'm pretty sure everyone is awake here. All cameras on. So wow, proud of you guys. So with that, take care. Bye-bye. God bless you. And drive safe to your bedroom. Bye-bye. Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye.